traffic should be quiet everywhere. There's a couple walking the dog over there, so good luck to them. There's a couple over there walking around. So apparently a park in London, yes, a park in London had over 3,000 visitors on Saturday, and there was groups congregating together to have a bit of a chat. So the park was then closed on Sunday because there was too many people, you know, taking the piss on Saturday. People meeting up at the park, getting together, having a bit of chat in the sunshine in London. People absolutely being disrespectful to the laws of the land at this moment in time. Social distancing and everything. I know people are sick to their life or death of hearing about it, but at the end of the day, that's the law. If we want to save lives and help the NHS, we've got to be doing our bit and keeping the social distance. But these people are in the park, they're out pretending they're going for some exercise, and they're meeting other people and they're getting together. I forget what it's called, Block something Park, I'm not quite sure which park it was, but that was on Saturday. Then on Sunday they thought, fuck it, we're closing the park. Too right, absolute disgrace. What they're going to do next is they're probably going to use this weekend as a tester, Easter weekend, and see what the crack is, and see whether or not we get loads of people hanging around in big open spaces like parks and beaches and stuff. And then they're going to take away, you know, the people like me who go out for a run. You know, I don't interact with anybody else when I'm out there. I do move to one side, I keep me 2 meters wherever possible, and I don't, you know, bump into anybody. I keep my social distance, and I do go out and about to, you know, the wide open spaces where there's not many people out jogging, not many people out walking the dogs, not many people out keeping fit. I respect other people by keeping me distance, and these idiots in parks are going to ruin it for the rest of us. Yeah, these absolute fucking muppets who have no respect for other people are going to ruin it for the rest of us. Spoil our exercise. They're going to take away exercise next. I can see it coming. They're going to close wide open spaces, and then they're going to take away the exercise. Absolute muppets, these people. Look at this road, 690. It's normally heaving, and it's very quiet today, which is good. Apart from the idiots who are speeding, overtaking me. I'm doing 50 mile an hour. That muppet there is doing about 60 mile an hour in a 50 zone. No wonder there's fucking accidents. It really pisses me off. People take the piss on roads like this, and they'll be complaining, oh, I've been pulled over for speeding. It's your own fucking fault. He's got to be doing at least 65, 70, that red car in front. Absolute joke. It is a joke. Only way I would be allowing that person to be speeding is if they got somebody really critically ill in the car and they've got to get to hospital. But there's no hospitals down this way because Durham's that way. You know, some people really boil my fucking blood. Well, like I said, what a beautiful, fantastic day this is. The sun is shining, it's absolutely gorgeous. Let's hope everybody's doing the social distancing and staying away from the beaches and sunbathing in the parks. But Sunderland Football Club have put all their playing and non-playing staff on furlough and said nobody will have a wage decrease under the circumstances. I do think that if a player is getting more than £2.5 grand a month, I mean, I'm not being a twat, but I think that all the money over the top of £2.5 grand a month from the Premier League, from the Championship, from League One, I think should all go to the NHS. I really do. You know, Wayne Rooney's complaining that, you know, we're getting on footballers' backs in the Premier League. But Wayne Rooney did, to his credit, say that if it was going to the NHS, he would take a pay cut. And I do believe all Premier League players should take a pay cut under the circumstances. And I do believe, yes, that Sunderland's players are on furlough. I think anything over £2.5 grand a month should go to the NHS. They will survive on £2.5 grand a month. Jesus Christ, they can't go anywhere, they can't do anything, they can't spend any cash apart from the general essentials, food and shopping like the rest of us. And if they've got a massive, absolutely enormous mortgage, well, they can take a 3-month break. Biggest twat of the week has to be Mike Ashley. Definitely Mike Ashley. Let's face it, when all the shops were closed and businesses were closed down, he said Sports Direct was an essential shopping visit. What an absolute bellend. It's not an essential shopping visit. And then later on in the week he came out and he closed his shops and said, I do apologise for being a complete twat. But he's put all his staff on furlough. Yes, the players in the Premier League, he's put them on furlough. Even though he's a billionaire, he can afford to pay the wages. The players should come out and take a pay decrease anyway. And also Daniel Levy's done it for Tottenham. Liverpool have backtracked. They've said no, after public demand we won't be putting our non-playing staff on furlough like Newcastle and Spurs have done. But it's took public demand to make sure that they've done a backtrack, they've done a U-turn and decided not to. So they look a bit stupid, but they've come out, you know, they decided not. Man U are not going to do it, and other clubs are not going to do it. And I want to pay me respects to me RIP, pay me respects to Pep Guardiola's mum's died in Spain, and it's not very nice to this coronavirus, and it's a sad time for Pep, and I do feel for him, you know. At the end of the day, he's a human being, he's a nice bloke, and you know, no matter what age somebody is, it is always not nice to have a member of your family pass away. Now Boris Johnson is in intensive care. Yes, Boris Johnson in intensive care, and I do wish Boris Johnson all the best. I ain't a Tory, I don't like particularly politics that much, I'm not a massive Conservative fan, but I do wish Boris Johnson, we need Boris Johnson back fighting fit and well, because he's got to run the country. We need someone to run the country, and Rob MC, who's taken over from Boris Johnson, for me isn't the boy for it, but he's going to do the job while Boris is poorly. And I said I hope Boris does come through it and make a speedy recovery. Boris Johnson, yes, we need you back fighting fit and well and running the country. Yes, I'm coming down here on this windy road because I'm going the back lane to Sainsbury's. I did run down here once years ago and I didn't know there was no paths. It's very dangerous. I don't advise anybody to run down a road where there's no paths. Only daft lads do that. And I used to be a bit of a daft lad. Oh, what about Kyle Walker? Kyle Walker, apparently at some point him and his mate, they got some escorts, yes, escorts, for some sexual tension, some sexual activity. They got the escorts out, and Kyle Walker basically was like, it was safe, it was sound, we stayed at home and it was safe, because obviously you can all go into what you think of it yourself, but he said it was safe, and he said he did stay at home, so it was alright. And that obviously he's come out and apologised since, because you know, it's not nice. You shouldn't have to use escorts in the first place, but those people who do, it's their choice, it's up to them, whatever they want to do, fair enough, live and let live. But someone like Kyle Walker, I do think he's got somebody pregnant. I'm not quite sure if that's right, I was told today. So him using escorts on lockdown, social distancing, Kyle Walker, unless you've got a massive, well, you haven't got a fucking 2-foot dick, but never mind. Social distancing, it's not good. Poor escorts, well, like, you know, enough of that story anyway. But he did say, he said he stayed safe, so he must have wore a condom. But after that, like I said, Sunderland are still trying to sell the new season cards for next season, and this season isn't even finished. And believe it or not, they might not even be in next season. So why are you trying to sell season cards? I think it's ridiculous. I don't think any club or team should be selling season cards at this moment in time. Again, they're taking the piss. Yes, trying to take money out of us, extortion money out of us. I know it's at a discount and all this bullshit, but is there going to be another season? Is there going to be an end to this season? Nobody knows the £1 million, $64 million question. There might not be a season. I think the season should be abandoned, full stop now. Let's get this crack out and over and done with. Let's stop it. Let's get rid of it. Let's just get the season over and done with now. Top 3 from League 1 promoted. Bottom 3 from Championship relegated. Bottom 3 from the Premier League relegated. Top 3 from the Championship promoted, and all that scenario. Liverpool champions, and your top 5 go to the respective cups. And in the Premier League goes down to number 6. So there we have it. That's what we should do. Get all that sorted out the way and done and dusted. There we go then. I've just done my essential shopping from Sainsbury's, and if shopping wasn't already stressful, it's even more stressful now trying to avoid people in the shop. It's quite busy in there. There's no queue outside. There's quite a few people in the shop. Now you get two different types of people. You get those who are going with the masks, they're going with the gloves, and they're trying to avoid you even before you go down the aisle. They're clinging to the sides of the aisles. If you come down the aisle, they shoot across to the other side of the aisle and they hug that side of the aisle till they get past you, then they feel safe. And then you get the other people from the other side of the spectrum who just couldn't give a shit about anybody. They just barge past you, they brush past you, they touch everything all over the place, and they don't care. They go for the gap. If there's two of us in the aisle, they go straight down the middle. They're just not bothered. That's the two different type of people. Are those who are worried about, you know, obviously the dangerous virus out there, but go on one side of the scale. And then there's those who just couldn't give a shit. It's never going to happen to me. It'll happen to Joe Blogs instead. But my shopping's over and done with, and you go in there with a list of things you need, and by the time you spend half the day, half the time in the shop trying to avoid everybody, you forget where you're going in for, and you come out with a completely different list of shopping. But I did get me essentials that I needed: a bit of hand wash, a bit of orange juice, you know, a bit of chicken, a bit of margarine, a bit of ham, and of course me chocolate and the cat litter for the daft cat. So I've got and other things to boot, because I come up with a load of flipping pot noodles because the kids like pot noodles, you know, but that's another story. Now we're going through Fram and it's really quiet. It's quite quiet today. You know, it's eerie when you come into the Sainsbury's car park. You go in the shop, it's a madhouse. You come into the car park and it's eerie quiet. It's lovely. I love it. I love the quietness. So here we go, coming through Fram. You got your mothers and daughters going for the walks. You got your kids going for walks, keeping themselves fit. And then you got your runners, you got your cyclists, you got your dog walkers. It is quite quiet now. It's quite nice. I'm looking forward to my run. I'm going to the Anderson Centre. No, I'm not. I've just been to the Anderson Centre, man. You that fucking idiot. I'm going for my run up Usher College. That's where I'm going to go. And I got a bit of footage, like I said yesterday, of a big tree that fell down in the wind, and it was absolutely enormous, a few hundred years old. And I'm going to do a little video on Usher College to show you whereabouts to go for a run. It's quite nice, and hopefully nobody will accuse me of breaking in the college today. I mean, I don't look that dodgy surely, but apparently I do. I'm a dodgy looking character.
Well, Usher College lockdown is over. That hasn't taken somebody very long. Clear the path, clear the road, and I can continue with my loop, with my jog.
Well, I'm out for my run, heading towards Usher College. What the hell's happened here? Jesus. I think Usher College has taken lockdown pretty serious here. At the kind of age of a tree to be blown down. Must have been some winds over the last couple of days. I can't go that way. I'll have to go around. It's definitely uprooted me run today. I wonder how old that tree is. A few hundred years old. That must have happened a couple of days ago. Yesterday was. I haven't been here for 2 days. This is what goes and happens. I had a strong wind, that tree was already dying. That's going to take some clearing up. That won't be cheap at all. To go for a good run around Usher College. It's nice and peaceful, nice and quiet, and get out the way. And very Gothic style college, where it's all closed down now. That bit there is open, but the bit down there is completely closed down. It's been I don't know what year it was closed down. Been closed now for a few years, but it is nice to come up here, get out the way, do a few mile Some nice country park runs around the college. Ah, it's the old Usher College where the monks used to play some kind of rounders game. Not quite sure what it was called. Forget what it is now, but this was an old sort of fortress of some kind. It's well protected at some kind of... I've got no idea what that wall was used for, but I'm sure someone with a bit of history knowledge can let me know. But it's one hell of a squash court. And we got another 2 more. And obviously in here, God knows what's on here. Have a look, shall we? Freddy Krueger. No, just bars. And then the wall. What's over there? Same this side, looks like it, yeah. Some kind of, I've got no idea what this was for. Definitely might be a torture chamber. And this one's even got its very own dugout. Yeah, we're playing squash here. You got your dugout for the home and away side. Thanks for watching today's vlog. Please subscribe to the channel. I've got a couple of shout outs. Bonnie lads on tour. They do videos about walking and drinking whiskey around the lakes. Cracking channel. And also Jammy SAFC, his grandson, Peter LeBoy. Peter your boy, 12-year-old Easter Sunday. Peter, he watches the videos, got his own YouTube channel. Check out Peter, your boy. That's it, 12-year-old. Enjoy your birthday Easter Sunday. Again, thanks for watching the channel and we'll catch you later.